politics crossed a new line. We saw Peter Obi, former Labour Party presidential candidate and one of the most polarizing political figures of the last election cycle, formally defecting to the African Democratic Congress, the ADC. But tonight's conversation is not really about Peter Obi. It's about the Labour Party and the war for its soul. Within hours of Obi's defection, the party issued two sharply conflicting statements. One faction described this exit as a liberation, apologized to Nigerians for fielding him in 2023, and called this political relevance into question. The faction stated it supported its ADC engagement and promised us Labour Party going forward. Same party, same event, but Labour reality. The Labour retains Ken Asogwa and Bambi come New Year. Let's go on a he joined us from a few. We saw two statements, one describing it as a liberation and a mistake. The other expressed continued support and celebrated that move. Which of these statements really represents the legitimate and official position of the party today? And why should Nigerians believe fashion over the other?
Thank you, Nifemi. You see, there were not two statements from the Labour Party. This needs to be pointed out. There was only one statement by the Labour Party, and it was issued by me on behalf of the national chairman, the interim national chairman of the Labour Party. If there was any other statement that was any quarter, it was probably issued by some meddlesome interlopers. And I will explain to you. You asked me why our own statement should be taken to be the official statement of the party. The reason is simple. The courts in Nigeria have spoken, beginning from the High Court, Federal High Court, to the Supreme Court, in a judgment that was delivered on the 4th of April, 2025. They spoke very loudly that Senator Donald Usman is the national chairman of the Labour Party. So on that note, any other statement coming from any other quarter other than from that camp is not representing the official position of the Labour Party. Now, coming to the statement that was issued yesterday, I want Nigerians to even be the judge. When you look at the tone of the statement that was issued by the other people and look at the tone of our statement, to correct an impression that you created here, we didn't celebrate the ouster. Nobody celebrates the departure of people from your political party. But the fact remains that when Peter Obi came on board to participate in that coalition, we issued a statement on the 26th of May saying that he obtained the approval of the party to be on that coalition talks. We reiterated that statement on the 3rd of July, when, just in the wake of the unveiling of the coalition, we restated the fact that the party knew that he was participating in this, and the party does not have any problems with that. Now, as regrettable as it is that he has exited, the party is trying to rebuild itself, to stand stronger in 2027. I don't see any reason why somebody should disparage Peter Obi for exercising his right of association just because he has left the party. Someone went as far as appealing to Nigerians for fuel as a presidential candidate. We owe him a great deal of gratitude that he has brought the fortunes to Labour Party more than he has ever had since 2003. Even though Labour Party had in the past produced a governor in the name of Olusegun Mimiko, but the fortune that the party got in 2023, we shouldn't close our eyes to that. Those fortunes didn't fall from the heaven. They didn't fall from the sky. Somebody made it to happen. And somebody woke up and said that these are people who Nigerians wouldn't have known about in the first place. If not for Peter Obi, the people who issued these statements, that the Nigerians wouldn't have known about it. Then we are in Labour Party. The man who claims now to be the chairman was his tenure predated Peter Obi's emergence as flag bearer of the party. He was there, but nobody knew that he existed as national chairman of Labour Party until Peter Obi came and made his name known to every Nigerian. And you wrote a statement saying that you fielded a wrong candidate. So when you read my statement, if anyone read my statement and you read theirs, then I will allow you to be the judge.
All right,
So
Mr. Sogo, you know, the part of your statement, a part of your statement, a part of your statement says that the Labour Party wishes to inform its teaming members across the Federation that the party has not withdrawn the initial support extended to its 2023 presidential election, presidential candidate. You know, the body language is such that a candidate leaves your party and you're saying we have not withdrawn support. Are you suggesting that Labour Party is still going to support Peter Obi while he's now formally a member of the ADC?
No, that decision is not my decision to make. In that same statement you quoted, there's a place where I wrote that the entire statutory organs of the party will sit in no distant time to chart a new course for the party. So if the organs of the party sit down and decide that there will be an alliance between the Labour Party and the ADC on account of Peter Obi's participation, then that is for them to take, a decision for them to take going forward. But as it is now, I don't have the capacity to go beyond what the support that the party already gave to him as far back as May and reiterated in July of last year. Let
me bring Mr. Arabambi into this conversation. You are with the Julius Abure faction of the Labour Party, and you heard Mr. Sogo saying there's only one statement here, actually, and that faction is recognized by the court. But your statement apologized to Nigerians for fielding Peter Obi in 2023, which is a big statement because many people would say, what was the Labour Party before Peter Obi? Was it a party to reckon with on the national platform? That it was Peter Obi who gave Labour Party the national stature, you know, in that election. How do you react to that?
Well, let me be very categorical. There is a difference between education and knowledge. The Electoral Act forbids anybody from being a member of two political parties. And you see, I don't normally like to join issue with background, most of this staff of the governor of Abia State. We don't want to be joining issue with them because they are the one working for him. But you see, the defection of Obi yesterday, everybody knew that in 2010, he swore by Amadioha before Senator the former national chairman, that he would never leave Abga. He would die with Abga. It's on your station, it's on our rise, it's on channel. On April 7, 2024, on Sunday, this same man swore before our Lord Jesus Christ, I will not leave Labour Party. Yesterday, he denied the deity of the Igbo land. He denied our Lord Jesus Christ and jump ship into ADC. It is a confirm now that Mr. Peter Obi, as far as we are concerned, is a repackaged fraud, and he must be suffering from what we call physiological fantastica. That is an art of lying. When you are perfected an art of lying, you will lie yourself up. And that has made him a betrayer, a state betrayer to Julius Abure.
Hold on for a minute, Mr. Arabambi. Hold on for a minute. Because I like us to stick with the issues and not call names. It's a new year, right? We don't want to, it's not a shouting match. We just want to have an intellectual conversation. But just a minute, I just want to follow up on your position. Because you mentioned that Peter Obi had moved from PDP, from APGA to PDP to Labour Party and now to ADC. But here's the point I want to make. Here's the point I want to make, Mr. Arabambi. Just a minute, so that we can hear each other and understand each other. If you were Peter Obi, would you be running on Labour Party today, given the kind of confusion that the party, is now enmeshed in? You belong to Julius Abure faction. Mr. Sogo is with Nenadi Usman. Who knows who is really in charge of the Labour Party? Wouldn't you advise anybody who is serious about an election to go to a platform where there is more unity?
No, there is even a faction in ADC who have even rejected is coming to their party. They are in court. But as we speak, there is only one name on INEC portal. Not most of the background staff of Alesoti, who appointed themselves as chairman and national secretary. INEC did not know them. In Ondo, in Nekiti, and Oshun, the name of a candidate has been uploaded under the INEC portal. I conducted that one on Oshun, and I can confirm to you that even the record of Oshun, by Sabuti Aboke, participated. He witnessed our own primary where our governorship candidate emerges. Now, the point I want to make clear is this. Mr. Peter Obi ran away from Labour Party with Aisha Yesufu, who confirmed yesterday, the comrade Alaja, that she has never been a card-carrying member of Labour Party, but she wanted to pick their card yesterday. But let me announce for Nigeria that Mr. Peter Obi should not blame President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. By the time we invited the FCC over this matter that I want to mention, you are aware that there is an Obi Decamp campaign account where this woman who claimed yesterday that she was not a card-carrying member of Labour Party was a signatory to this account that we have 12 billion naira and $15 million. The account as follows: Zenith Bank 1241 95 0451, Standing Bank 0091 65 7896, Heritage 1400 23 49 00, Globals 1000 12 81 94. Mr. Peter, let me assure you, and Ken Waswaga, and Governor Lesotho, you cannot run away with that money. That was what they are trying to cover up. I'm coming. I've don't mentioned the bank. The MD are listening. The bank managers are listening. We will mention the FCC now. We don't want anybody to say, oh, Tinubu is... No, I'm coming. I'm on national television. I don't want them to say, oh, Tinubu has started again. We will look for this money. They must bring this money. That money was donated to Labour Party campaign account. It was not donated to Nest International. It was not donated to Peter Obi. And
I hear you. I hear Mr. Rabambi. Allow me to steer this conversation, within the context of why we invited you. The issue of fraud, you can take that up with the EFCC. I don't think this is the right platform for it. Mr. Sogo, for millions of Nigerians who voted Labour in 2023, these contradictory messages are confusing. Do you accept that the party has failed, at least in communication, to provide clarity at a critical moment like this?
Thank you, Nifemi. I will answer that, but before I come to that question, allow me to say something here. You see, when I received the invitation to be here, I was told that I was coming to throw some light on the statements that I issued yesterday on behalf of the Labour Party. I didn't know that I was coming to face a character like this. You see, I want to state something. Some months back, this same fellow who,
I am not being paid by Mr. Lesotho. We don't just statement.
Hold on, Mr. Rabambi. It's
important.
You had your time. Let us hear from Mr. Sogo.
I didn't insult him.
Hold on, Mr. Rabambi. It's important that you give my other guests the time to talk. You are going to have your time as well.
You should not talk to me like that.
You are going to have your time to reply, Mr. Rabambi. Mr. Sogo, please go ahead.
Months ago, this same fellow wrote an open letter to the DSS, Department of State Security, saying, leveling all manner of allegations against Mr. Peter, that he is trying to overthrow the government of President Tinubu. I am not a spokesman for Peter Obi. I speak for Labour Party. But there is something that we need to put out here. Someone who has this same type of character, the media should be cautious in giving him space to talk to Nigerians, because this kind of character is capable of throwing confusion in the system. You see, if there is an allegation of fraud or corruption or misappropriation of funds against Mr. your petition investigative, not to come and assassinate on television. You wrote this about 3 months ago. I'm sure you, if I'm talking about, he talking about. he leveled allegation for trying to overthrow the president of Nigeria. He leveled it against this same man talking about. And this same character is the person you gave vision to come here and peddle this kind of allegation against him. So away from that, now coming to the issue of miscommunication and confusion in the party. You see, there is no confusion here. The party is handling this issue the way it should. But because of the funding that some outside forces are giving to people like this man seated here, that is the problem. Because a Labour Party today is suffering from the effects of what look, on the 4th of April, I told you here, the Supreme Court of Nigeria clearly, in an unambiguous judgment, stated that Julius Abure's tenure had long elapsed as the chairman of the Labour Party. And he's still hanging around. He recruited someone like this guy to come knocking down on Nigerians. You understand? So they have killed the institution called the judiciary. Let me tell you something again. On the 15th of August 2025, a federal high court in Abuja, in a matter that was filed by this same Julius Abure against INEC. INEC came there and INEC filed a counter affidavit, and in delivering that judgment, the federal high court said that Julius Abure's tenure had long expired. There is no longer the national chairman of the Labour Party on account of the Supreme Court judgment of 4th of April. Okay. And he's still hanging around. And the media is still giving him space to air his view and claiming that he's the factional chairman of Labour Party. Yes, please.
Let us take a minute to cool off, right? And then when we return, we'll attempt to focus on the issues and take character, personality out of the conversation and talk about the Labour Party it has in 2027. The exit of Peter Obi made, for the Labour Party as 2027. Stay with us, everyone. Don't go. Everyone, so good, Mr. Rab. Thank you also for staying the course on the I'm coming to you now on live television. Nigeria is watching. It's important that we speak dispassionately and watch our choice of language, because the national television is guided by certain rules. You can't call people names. You can't abuse people, make accusations, because this is not the court of law, right? But I want us to speak to the issues, because we've read a statement from the Julius Abure faction of this party. You've described Peter Obi's exit as a blessing, and that statement went on to question its relevance. If Peter Obi was politically irrelevant, why did Labour's national profile appears to have collapsed the moment he left? You've also called out Alex Otti twice in this conversation. That's the only elected governor that the Labour Party has. He came on TV the other day to say, I'm not leaving. I'm going to wait to see if these issues are able to be resolved before I, make another decision. Why does it seem like the Julius Abure faction is chasing out the two most prominent figures, or do not agree with the two most prominent figures within the Labour Party?
With you, the Supreme Court only says, that's why I said there's a difference between education and knowledge. The issue of leadership of local party is not justiciable. But our people, even some of their lawyers, they are still unable to tell their client the truth. Issue of leadership cannot be advocated by the court. That is what Supreme Court says. And we have plenty of authorities. Even in the Ude versus Anyanwu, it is there. Even in Abga, it is there. In AA, it is there. Same judgment, were made. And they were what even caused APC then in Rivers. Yes, in Rivers, between Senator, this man versus Amechi. When I speak, I challenge Peter Obi to take me to court. If you think, oh, I defend him, I am ready. Because we have, they shouldn't get that we have far. But the point remains, Governor Lesoti is an ungrateful person to Alessa. I mean, just man talking, he has not done anything. To come and beg the party because we have people it's what can they do? The only person who has the legitimate right are Southwest of Labour Party that is on Nane Porter is Dr. Arababi Abami before you.
What I'm asking is that, is there hope for your party with Peter Obi's exit?
No, I don't want to take it from his own context. We are going to re-engineer our party. We are very happy, that the strangulator has left. And we also apologize on behalf of our national chairman to Nigeria, for presenting Mr. Peter Obi as our presidential candidate. Because, when a lizard that runs his mother funeral does not get invited to another, to another, mother funeral. Lastly, the ADC, that all of them are rejoicing. These are the same people who are the architect of our national collapse, now shamelessly parading themselves as messiahs, the ADC. And they are the ones that are poisoning the system and now coming with a prescription. Okay. It's not the man that can be trusted. We are concerned about so we can have the knowledge of Christ and suffer with him. They are different life. We were spelling, he's not going to be a candidate in 2020 for another government candidate. Then we will know who are the medicine, who are the party.